well. I'm sure we have checked in already, so let's get into our topic for today. Our topic for today is social support. And of course, all of us hear the word social support. It means a lot to everyone, and all of us need social support in our lives. Who needs social support? And that would be the question that some people will ask, but we all do. All of us need social support. Are there people in your lives or people in your life you can turn to when you need to talk to someone? That's social support. Someone who helps you when your basement is flooded, or when you need someone to watch over your kids. That's social support. Or maybe just someone you can call when something really great happens to you and you want to share the good news. So we all do need social support in our lives. Those friends of ours who come to visit us or call us to go for trips are people we can sit with when we have issues on our mind that we can talk to. There are some who may listen. There are others who will advise you. But we all do need social support. Social support actually is physical and emotional comfort given to you by your family, given to you by your friends, even people you work with, and others in the community. It is the knowledge, that you are part of a community. When we are part of a community of the people who love us, who care for us, who value you and value me and value our time, our well-being, that's social support. But there are types of social support, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. There are many types of social support, and those are the types we're going to be talking about today. Some can come in many, many ways or many forms. There are four main forms of social support in our lives. And the first one is the emotional social support. This is when people often think of what they talk about social support. When you say social support, that's what they think about first, the emotional part of it. People are emotional. We are social beings. God created us that way. We are social beings. We need each other. We need support from each other. So people are emotionally supportive when they listen to you, when they show empathy, and they tell you that they care about you. For example, if you separate from your friend, or you lost a job, or you lost your pet or a close friend, it might it might offend you. It may affect you physically. It may also affect your comfort. Such are those places where you get a hug. You no longer get that hug. Or the places that you call every day for the first few weeks. Afterward, you just go to see how you are. The people who check in with you, people will call you, people will come and give you a hug. When all of these things happen, they are supporting you emotionally. That's social support. That's that support that you need. That's that emotional support that all of us need when we lost a loved one, we lost a pet, we lost our jobs, all of these things, disappointment, these things happen. And when they happen, we all need that social, emotional support. What about the practical help that we get from people? People who care about you, they might give you practical help services. They give you gifts, they give you money, they give you food. They even help you with cooking. Some people come into your home and they give a child care support. When you need somebody to babysit, they are there for you. Or even helping you move from the old house to a new house. All of those. That's another kind of support we're talking about. And that's the practical support we are talking about. This kind of support, it helps you complete your tasks, in your daily life, and in case of some of the daily stress that you may experience. We need all of that practical support that we're talking about. We need it. These days, there's a lot of stress going on. And so we need people to talk to. We need people who will check in daily, and find out how we're doing. And we need to check on other people as well. It's kind of vice versa. Like I said, God created us to be a social being. We are social beings. And we need each other. Staying away from the next person, it tends to harm all of us. What about sharing? That's another support. Sharing points of view. Some people help by expressing their confidence in you. They encourage you. They believe in you. They trust you. Sometimes we think that people don't care, but there are people out there who care. They have confidence in you. They depend on your support. They depend on the words, encouraging words that you give them. The experiences that you have had, sharing them, encourage a lot of people. They may remind you of your strengths. And then they help you maintain a helpful perspective, realistic perspective of that situation that you are worried about. They make you to see the reality of that situation. And the way you look at it, it may not be as bad as you think it is. And that's what we need, the second person. That's what we need, our support, where they come and encourage us and show us our strengths. We tend to look at our negative or our weaknesses more than our strengths. But today, I just want to encourage you. Concentrate on your strengths. The more you can do, the more in you that you can do. The weaknesses are there. Yes, we're not going to ignore that. But think about what you do best. What is it that comes out of you naturally? That thing that you do naturally. Those are your strengths. You go out there helping people. No one pushes you to do that. Sometimes you cook and you share. Sometimes you encourage people. What about the times you get on the phone and you're talking to people without even realizing that you have made another person's day to be happy? Those are some of the support we're talking about. For example, a classmate might remind you of your strength as a speaker. I know a lot of people who write poems. They just sit there, they rhyme, and without effort, they do that. Those are strengths. You're reminded of when you used to speak in the class, when you used to be the speaker for your group. Your past success or your past successes before, and an important presentation. When you were in school, you did all of those things. Those are strengths. Dwell on them. Share them. Sharing information is another support. It can be very helpful when family and friends and even some colleagues give you information to share their points of view, or they give you the opportunity to share your points of view. A particular situation in your life. Those are strengths. Those are support. A friend who recently married might provide information on the cost of their wedding. you know, and even little bit of tips on how to stick to your budget, you know. So that's support. You may not think it is, but it's very helpful. When people need this kind of support and you are there to give it to them, it makes them happy. You solve another situation for the day. What about someone who has previously lost their job? And they may share their resources, you know, for networking, you know. Some tips on coping with the change that you are going through. Or even a friend of yours who may be a cancer survivor, you know, and you are there sharing information. That's very helpful. That's social support. Look at it that way, giving them information as to where they can get better treatment, or treatment that someone you knew received and it was successful. All of that, consider sharing support as well. So getting your support is important. Many of the people in our lives can provide social support. They even include your parents, your spouses, you know, parent, children, siblings, other family members, even your friends, your co-worker, your neighbors. Have you thought about that? Even your health professional, your CSWs, your caseworker, all these people, they gave you social support. And even strangers, oftentimes some of us have seen strangers who will just tell us the way how we look, and they comment, the compliment of our clothes, the way we look, the way we carry ourselves. All of those things are social support in life. And those kind of comments build up our self-esteem. Different people in your life may provide different kinds of support. So you don't have to look at one kind and think that the other person's support is not important. All of it is important. You know, all of it. We all give different support to each other. Okay, so it is unlikely that one person may provide or might provide all the support you need. For example, your parents may be great with child care. Your best friend may give you great relationship advice, you know, and the best support often comes from the people you and I are closer to in life. So receiving support from the people you are close to may be even more beneficial. You may benefit from them more, you know, because they know they will support you physically and emotionally, even with your health. So today, I just want to encourage you today. What is so important about social support? You know, I know there have been some researchers who have done a great deal of research, and they provided important information about our emotional health. You know, stress may relate to a number of health concerns. You know, from mental health problems to chronic health problems like heart disease and migraines, all of these things we talk about. You know, but social support can help protect people from the harmful efforts of stress. Okay? When dealing with stressful situation, people are less likely to report stress-related health problems. And if you want to believe that with me, I believe it. There are a lot of problems we suffer from that all relates to stress. But we don't talk about it because we believe that they're not too big for us to talk about. You know, but be encouraged. Those kind of stress or issues or disease that we suffer from having stress, we should talk about them too. If we want to change our society's support network, we can talk about that too. Not enough support is not a good thing. You may wish to bring a new person into your support network if you find that you need more people in your life who can provide you with support. Or even if you are missing people in that area that are important for you. Okay? So be happy and appreciate the people that you have around you. The support that they give you is important. We all need each other. It's the same way God needs us, and we need God. You know, He needs us and we need God. There are a lot of things. God can do everything. He can do anything. But you know who He depends on to do it? You and myself. We need His help. He is our greatest support. When no one is there and you're all by yourself, do you know that He's next to you? There's a song that says, I have a very big God. He always by my side. By my side, by my side. When we're in our dark area, in our dark place, when no one understands what we're going through, He is there with us. And you know what? We all look up. During that time, you look up. You know, another time when we all look up, no one can tell me they haven't done that. When we go to bed, the first thing when we get into the bed, do we lie on our side first? No. We get into bed and we lie down on our backs. And you know, where are we looking when we lie down on our back? We're looking straight up. During that time when you're looking straight up, talk to Him. Tell Him about your day. Tell Him about how you feel. Tell Him about that weakness. And also tell Him about the strength. Tell Him thank you for the strength that He has given. He's there. He listens. He's one support that never condemns us. He's that one with that support that never discourages us. He listens, and when we're done, He helps us. And when you ask Him to help, He helps. How does He help? He sends people our way. Sometimes, by the time you get through praying, and that very thing you pray about, someone come walking in your door with it. Somebody call you on the telephone, and they just tell you what you needed to hear at that moment. Somebody knows somebody who can help you. He sends people our way to help us. So don't be discouraged. You may, even if you're far away from a social support or a friend or somebody that you wish to give you that support and they are not there, look up. He always there. He will never change. All may change, but He never changed. Nothing can change Him from loving you. No matter how low you are, how hard you are, how disappointing you may feel today, He loves you, and when you reach out to Him, He will reach out to you. All right? So be happy today. God bless you. And we love you and see you for the next section of our day. Bye-bye.